Well, welcome back, everyone. All of a sudden, we're back. We're sitting here chatting about the Last Cookie Club. Gary Mahoney joining us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
And a local author, and also you used to own a couple casinos in town.
Right.
Which one's the Silver Nugget, you said?
The Silver Nugget and the Opera House Casino.
Great. And then obviously now you're just kind of kicking back and doing a little bit of writing, and
Right.
You wrote a book called The Last Cookie Club, which is interesting. It's about food addiction.
Yes.
And tell me why you decided to write this. You said you battled with it as well?
Yeah, I had eating addictions myself. I would gain 50 pounds, 70 pounds, and lose it. And, you know, I did that maybe 5 or 6 times. Then I found a lot of people in my casino, the employees and the guests, had the same issues.
Really? And it's interesting that you call it an addiction, because a lot of times people think, well, they just, overeat a little or gain a lot, gain weight because they're not watching what they eat. But you call it an addiction, which it really is, and it's affected you and many other people. Talk a little bit about how you would know if you had the addiction or if you were just overeating. You know what I mean?
Well, for some people, it's not an addiction, but you know if it's an addiction for you. And really, it's not an addiction to food, because it's just a physical manifestation of what's really happening. What's really happening is when an emotional event comes up, you turn to food to try to put it out.
Right.
Instead of just dealing with it, you find yourself eating over it. And when you start gaining weight and you can't get it off and you keep going back to the table, then you know you have an addiction.
Right. And you said you ran into a lot of people that were in the same boat, and so that kind of inspired you to write this.
Right.
And you said you started even kind of just chatting with those people, where the name came from, the Last Cookie Club.
Yeah, we had some people we met with at the casino, some employees and some guests, and every day we would meet and talk about our eating issues and what's really behind that. And so as a result of that, after that, I wrote this book, and we didn't call it the Last Cookie Club at the casino, but now when I wrote the book, we called it the Last Cookie Club. Okay.
So how is your lifestyle now? What do you do to kind of maintain and keep
Well, it's something that you have to be aware of every day, because everybody's got feelings and everybody's got emotions. And so it's a matter of feeling those emotions and letting them pass instead of turning to the table for it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you can get the book at Amazon.com or thelastcookieclub.com, right?
Correct.
And if we get the book, it basically, is it your personal story?
It's my personal story and 6 other characters.
Okay.
And you get to laugh when you read the book, you get to cry when you read the book, and in
good.
the end you get to understand what really is going on with you in food.
Right. Very interesting. I know you were talking fad diets and stuff just don't work. I mean, this is obviously a serious issue, and sounds like a good book to kind of break it all down and let reality set in. All right. Thanks so much, Gary, for joining us, and we're going to be back after the break.